Before we begin searching in PubMed, it's important for you to take a look at your research question and how it is that you're going to go about finding the information that you need. It's really critical that you consider your question and break your question down into concepts. So for the sake of an example here, I have, do school gardens have a positive impact on child nutrition? Now, how would I go about finding information on that in PubMed? There's a helpful tool called PICO, which I discussed briefly in my presentation. And PICO basically it represents categories that you can use to construct your question. The P in PICO stands for population, the I stands for intervention, the C stands for comparison, and the O stands for outcome. So what you want to do is take a look at your question and apply this PICO model. In the sake of this question, we look at the population and we consider from the question, what is our population? In this case, we're going to be looking at children. The intervention is what we're doing to that population or what we're interested in with regard to that population. In this case, it's school gardens. The comparison is what we might compare to the intervention. So if we're interested in school gardens, the comparator would be a lack of school gardens. And the outcome in this case is good nutrition, or nutrition as a representation of school gardens or an effect of school gardens. Um, PICO can be a very helpful tool to help you construct your question into concepts, but it's important to remember that this doesn't necessarily work with all questions. But it is useful and it's worth pointing out, and I think it might help you sort of set some foundation for how to actually represent your question.